What's up, guys? Here that again, back with another video. And if you watch my videos, my channel for any length of time, you understand that I love having the right tools for the job. I love gear. I love everyday carry type items that make my life or my job easier. So today I am excited, as always, to show you something new that I've picked up, something I think will be handy for you guys out there on the road if you have a lifestyle similar to mine. And that would be the Olight Arkpro. Let's check it out. Picture this. It's 4 a.m. I need to make a delivery, so I need to get up, get my truck ready, do my pre-trip so I can get on the road and go. It's pitch black outside, so I can't see. But with the Arkpro, if I switch it to flood mode, now I have a visual. I can see what I need to see on the truck, and if I need to go further than that, I can switch it to spotlight mode to pinpoint exactly what I want to look at, and I can see all the way down the line of the trailer. Crystal clear vision. That's the kind of versatility that I need from a flashlight. Now let's get into the specs of this and see what it can really do. All right, first things first, the Olight Arkpro is, I'd say it's about 5 ounces. It's really light, which is very important for me for any piece of gear that I'm carrying, especially something like this that I would be carrying on my person. You don't want something weighing down your pockets. This has a clip that you can put in your belt or in your pants pocket. I'll show you guys that in action a little bit later on in the video. But as you can see, it's very angular, so it's flat, which is really good for making it fit into your pocket easily and not over bulk you. If you need to put some other things in your pocket like your keys or a wallet or something like that, this would fit without giving you really much of an issue. It also comes with I dropped it. I dropped it here, a charger cord. And this, if you've seen any of my other Olight flashlight review videos, I'll probably leave a link for them around here somewhere. But this magnetic charging cable is very handy. I really like these because look at that, it's magnetic, and this charges just the same way you would charge your phone. You put it into an outlet plug, something like that right there, and you can just charge it that way. But also you could take that same charger, this is my phone charger right here, and this Arkpro actually has dual charging systems. So the main one right here, the magnetic charger cable at the base, and it also has this little side hatch right here where you could put your phone charger cable in there like that, and as you can see, it's charging. Mine's just about fully charged. So I am always a fan of things being able to do something more than one way. It gives you options. 2 is 1, 1 is none, as they say. And in addition to that, it's made out of Olight's O aluminum, so it's scratch resistant, very durable. You could drop this thing on the ground or on a pile of rocks or walking around on a job site. It's not going to destroy the flashlight, and it's going to be very difficult for you to even put blemishes on it from dropping it, which is another thing that I like a lot. And it also has this textured grip on the side, so if your hands are wet or slick, you've got oil on your hands, if you're a mechanic or anything like that, and you're working on a job site like I do all the time, you'll be able to have a better grip on this to keep it from slipping out of your hands as easily. Now, beyond that, some of the main features of the flashlight, as I mentioned earlier, it has a floodlight mode, which is right here at the center. It has a spotlight mode right here on the right, and it also has a UV light, which the UV light is actually one of my favorite features of the Arklight series, for multiple reasons. I'm going to show you guys some demonstrations of me using that as well a little bit later on. Now, one of the features that sets the Olight Arkpro apart from other lights in their line and other lights out there in the industry that are similar to this one is this one has a green laser in addition to the 3 light modes that I showed you. Now, this can be useful for multiple reasons. If you have a pet, everybody knows like cats love following laser pointers around, but if you are out anywhere, you need to point something out, say at a job site, for the purposes that I would use it for. If I'm trying to point to something, trying to show somebody where something is, like for some load securements, trying to show them, okay, you need to put this strap here, you need to go ahead and throw your chain over there, without me having to walk right up to the place that I'm talking about, I can show them, hey, this right here, this shines very well even in the daytime. In nighttime, it's extremely difficult to miss where you're pointing this bright green laser pointer. But during the daytime, you know, this is a very powerful light and you can use it for things like that. Now, aside from that, you can also, and let me actually dim the lights in here, actually turn them off for the sake of this. The thing that makes this shine even more and makes it different from other lights out there is you can use the flashlight modes in addition to the laser pointer, so you can use them simultaneously. So let's go ahead there, as you can see, and let me turn the light down just a little bit because this is up close. Here we go. And I can shine the laser pointer and the light at the same time. Now let me go ahead and do the spotlight. Look at that, and you can see the green laser pointer there giving off some light. That's very handy. So if you needed to illuminate the area and pinpoint something that you want somebody to notice, this is the great light to be able to use for something like that. Now, as I mentioned in passing a bit earlier, the Arkpro has a magnetic base, and that magnetic base is not just good for the charging cable. It's also strong enough to mount to other metal surfaces. So the way that I would use something like this is if I have a vehicle that I'm doing some automotive maintenance on, you know, I can mount this to the hood or somewhere on the truck on a metal surface. That way I can have both of my hands free while having the light shine in the area where I need to see. You know, it makes the job a little bit easier for me. Now, in situations where I'm doing my pre-trip like this, the Arkpro is great because it puts out a maximum of 1500 lumens of light. That's very, very bright. It goes all the way from moonlight to low to medium to high, all the way up to turbo, where you get the brightest setting. Now with that gives me a lot of options to be able to see for the specific amount of light that I need at the moment. I don't want to blind myself or anybody else unnecessarily, but I still need to be able to see as far as possible in situations where it's dark outside like it is right now. But here with the pre-trip, switching to the floodlight, you see how it illuminated everything. Dim the light here, and here let's make it turbo, max brightness. Look at that, like I said, blindingly bright. But I'll be able to see anything that I need to if it were pitch black out here. Now, if I need to go to the spotlight mode, like I showed you guys earlier, you can pinpoint what you need to see, and I can look all the way down the length of my trailer. I can even see the guy behind me over there. Max illumination, and the floodlight makes it very possible, very easy to look at the details of all the parts of the truck, the tires, check the treads, see if I have any leaks, see if I have any nails or anything like that in my tires, see if my ICC tape needs any help. I can see everything I need to see. It's perfect. Now, a tactic that I've done in the past using the magnetic base, if I'm in a situation where I'm backing into a dark alley at night, there's no lights around, you know, it can be very, very difficult, potentially stressful to try to back into an area like that where you don't know exactly where you're going. You can't really see the lines of the parking lot. You can take this magnetic base. If you have one of your winches available, go ahead and take the magnetic base, stick it right onto there. As you can see, it's out of the way of the tire, and you can just lean this over to the side, and that way the light, and I put it on the brightest setting when I do it, that way the light is shining on the ground, and you can see where your tires are, where your trailer is in relation to where you're backing. Little helpful tip. Now, as I previously stated, the UV light is one of my favorite features in the Olight Arc series. UV light can be useful for a multitude of things. If you've ever watched any crime investigation shows, you know how it can display, or it can illuminate bodily fluids. It can also make certain insects shine in the nighttime. It makes them glow, I should say. And also you can use it to check to make sure that you're not receiving counterfeit money. Now let me go ahead and dim the lights here. If you take the UV light and you shine it, say this is a $20 bill right here, as you can see, it will illuminate that strip on the left hand side of the bill. Make sure that you're not receiving some fake money. Very useful, very handy. The UV light is one of my favorite features of the Arkpro. And I can't think of any better opportunity to test it in any better place than a restroom. Now, a restroom can look clean and pristine, floors mopped, walls shiny, toilet bowl seemingly clean to the naked eye. Showers as well. Think about going to your local gym where you're taking a shower after your workout. Things look clean. You don't see any soap scum or obvious dirt or mold or anything like that in the shower. Now, the UV light can reveal what is really there, what your eyes cannot see. And to have the best demonstration of that, I'm going to need to turn the lights off. Because as I said, and as I showed you can't see anything, nothing obvious. But as we all know, a restroom can be one of the nastiest places to go, considering what takes place in these areas, restrooms, and the showers as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the light off. It's going to be pitch black for a moment, and we're going to test this UV light feature in these areas and see what lights up, because the UV light up against bodily fluids and other stains will make them shine and glow like a Christmas tree. So get ready. Let's turn the lights off. All right, using the floodlights of the Arkpro right now, we're going to go ahead and switch to the UV light, and we're going to see how things look. Look at that. That's disgusting, but not surprising considering it's a toilet. And let's go ahead and amplify the brightness of the UV light. A little bit brighter there. Look at that. I'm sure we all know what this stuff is. I mean, look at that. Glowing. Glowing. Looking at the handrail. Looking at the wall. I mean, every time you flush a toilet, if you don't have the lid down, all of that water droplets from the toilet is going to spray all over everything into the bathroom. All over the walls. Look at that. Let's check out the shower. Not as bad as the toilet, of course, shower. But yeah, spots there. And who knows really what any of that stuff could be. Soap dispenser. So something like this would be useful for public areas, like a restroom or, a hotel room. You're just checking in, making sure the room is actually as cleanly as they're trying to say that it is. You can use the Arkpro to actually test that out with your UV light. Very, very handy. Another useful feature of the Arkpro is that it is IPX7 waterproof. So it can be dropped in water up to 1 meter deep for 30 minutes and still function just fine. So anything less than that, you drop it in a puddle, a stream, don't have to worry about it. The flashlight will still work just fine. And the pocket clip on the back of the light gives you options if you need to give yourself another method for hands-free work. You can go ahead and clip it to a baseball cap, set it up like this. Now you can shine light directly on what you're trying to look at. In addition to that, you can take the light and when you're done using it, deep pocket carry, just like that. You don't have to worry about losing your light when you're done working. My final verdict, the Olight Arkpro is a very powerful multi-purpose flashlight that is suitable for mechanics, truck drivers, anybody interested in EDC, or anybody who needs a source of light that is small, compact, and very bright with multiple settings. I will leave an affiliate link in the comments section and in the description below if you're interested in purchasing one of these for yourself. And make sure that if this review has helped you, you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and are interested in seeing more reviews like this and other trekking content that I do. So until the next time, guys, keep your loads secured tight and keep your lights bright. Your night out.